Hello guys, Nightspectre here, bringing you another League of Legends cast 0 minutes into the game, and this time around we're back on the North American servers. Let's go to teams quickly, shall we? As we see an Annie who is not moving yet. She is going to be the support, probably, but I'm fairly certain. So any support, supporting a Tristana who has her cannon ready to go, and a Doran's Blade for show. We have a jungle Talon, which is intriguing me. Hopefully he'll be able to do a good job. I have yet to have casted a game, I think, with a jungle Talon, so this should be fine. At least fun to see. Hopefully. Then we have Riven, who is going to be on top. I have casted Riven before, of that I am sure. And a Cassiopeia in the middle. That has been a while. Back in Season 2 she was fairly popular. In Season 3 she was definitely not. Too many dashes, so she could barely escape her champions that were chasing her. But I feel that in this meta, in 4.11, she should have some tricks up her sleeve. She might surprise us all. We'll see. She'll be up against a Morgana, who will be the support. So yeah, that black shield might be a thorn into Cassiopeia's side. A Maokai, who will be jungling. Also, he has been getting extra potential in this patch with, of course, the new jungle item. And, well, his Twisted Advance now is instacast. It doesn't have a wind up, so it is a little bit more dangerous. Then again, the range has been decreased, so it's not all that big of a buff. Azrael, you can see as well, is going to be the AD carry. He has also been getting a little bit more played lately in the, well, solo queue at the very least. Though he hasn't really shown me his true potential yet, I believe. Not too sure why. Hopefully we'll get to see some better action from this guy. Lee Sin will be the top laner, and in the middle lane it will be a Viger, and that's the second Viger I see in high elo solo queue in like 5 minutes, so not too sure. Maybe someone was playing him fairly well this day and other people wanted to try him out. I've always liked Viger and I believe there's still a place for him, but he's just so hard to play. You need to be able to land your boxes, your event horizon stunts perfectly, or else nothing will happen. Telling about nothing happening, first blood on the top lane by Lee Sin, all by himself, but not expect that. Let's see how he did it. Of course, the level 1 of Lee Sin is fairly strong with that execute potential of his Sonic Wave, which he does perfectly, levels up barely enough to get the shield down. So yeah, great play there by the Lee Sin player, I must say. Viger, of course, having difficulties against Cassiopeia. That's the power of a Cassiopeia, of course. At level 2 she has one of the best harass in the game. And yeah, there's not much to do about that, except hope that your jungler will be able to gank her in time. Of course, Cassiopeia has the window down, knew that Maokai was going for red, so she still had some time left. And now that she is harassing so far up, she has placed the ward down at a perfect position, knowing when the Maokai would go for a gank. So yeah, those are the lanes. Lee Sin having an early kill, fairly lucky, but you might say that cloth armor worked in his favor. He didn't take as much minion damage as Riven did, for instance. And the level up, well, it was bound to happen. Talon here going to try and assist the Cassiopeia, but because Cassiopeia is pushing so hard, it will be a very tough time for Talon to get a gank in. Well, that's the plus sides of middle lane, of course. If you're getting pushed, there is no way the jungler can attack you early on in the game. However, the roles has been turned, as Viger is now the guy pushing about. So, if Talon were to stay, he could have gotten the gank on. Of course, Viger still has flash, so I think he would have only burnt his flash, which is worth it, to be fair. Would make it so that Viger is of course forced to stay back in the lane. For now, he is farming with his Q, the Baleful Strike. Let's see how much he gets. He already has 9 bonus ability power. So because Viger, oh my, Lee Sin wants to go in hard, but there's no Twisted Advance coming down from Maokai, so Riven is able to escape. I'm going to mention that the Q from Viger, the Baleful Strike, is the same, well, it's pretty much the same as Nessus's Q. It makes it so that whenever he lost hits with it, he gains an ability power, and if he kills and champion, he gets even more than that, though I think it scales with level up, I'm pretty sure actually. Well then, pings are going down on the top lane. I'm going to check it out, as we can see Talon going creepily into the Riven. I mean bushes, that's Riven. Lee Sin not taking the bait though. Of course there are a lot of minions there that would keep her safe, so Lee Sin is very hesitant to go in. He is going to use his safeguard there, so that would have been a window for Riven to go in. She is baiting hard, but Talon is not going. Instead, it is going to be Maokai going hard. He is forced to flash though, as this is going to be a very tough position for both players, to be fair. One Sonic Wave and Lee Sin will get a kill out of it. Talon wants to go in hard though, going to tank up the turret, will flash away of course, but the damage is not enough, and it will be the Lee Sin that will take the kill instead. Yeah, you do need an ignite, mate, or else Lee Sin is not going to die, and keep it in mind, Riven and Lee Sin both used their ignite at the level 1 fight, so bit of an over-exaggeration there. Talon wants to go in hard, but he gets hit by a Sonic Wave! That was not the right play there, Talon. That was not the right play at all. Someone is still, I believe, and hopefully they'll be able to get back into this game, because this could snowball out of control. You do not want to give Lee Sin that many early kills. He already had a Vampiric Scepter. He's going to have a lot more now. Regardless, the rest of the lanes are doing their best, and Riven is going to find himself a Lee Sin, who is already level 6. So yeah, not even her potential of getting the kill on a low level Lee Sin paid off there. That's a pity, I suppose, but Lee Sin knew what he was doing. As he has shown, he has 3 kills, of course he knows what he's doing. So then, what is Lee Sin going to buy if he wants to get some early aggression down? He would... oh my, he's going for a cheeky Sonic Wave once more. Ignite's going down, but Riven has Ignite as well, of course. She could use it in her advantage. Is going to use it now and gets the shut down onto Lee Sin. That wasn't really all that worth it now, was it, Lee Sin? Well, at the very least, he's able to buy a pickaxe out of it, and he is going to rush either a Tiamat, or you could say some... well, spell penetration, armor penetration, but this early in the game it would be a tad bit silly. Riven, with her 3 Doran's Blades, was able to turn the tide around, but she is going to have a tough time now. Ooh, and he taking fairly low there by a dog binding. It happens, I suppose. She still has a regeneration plenty, as Viger is going down for an Event Horizon, lands it perfectly, gets the ult down and a quick kill. Maokai wanted more, but instead he is going to get forced away, gets the heal down, but was unable to move. A little bit of miscommunication there for Red Team, because they got a kill out of it. Be happy. Of course, there were 4 of them, so they... yeah, it was communication. Maokai wasn't really in the wrong, but he wasn't in the right as well. Lee Sin forcing away the Riven. She popped her ult and he thought, nope, I'm going to use my ult and you stay the hell away from me, because I don't want all that damage on my face. Cassiopeia at the meantime is farming like a storm, so even though Viger did manage to get a kill with his roaming, he has a 20 minion deficit onto the Cassiopeia, so it's not looking all that well. But hey, all the small things count, and at the very least he got a little bit of ability power out of it. Riven, waiting her time, sees that there is a tree attacking her. She's going to do a small dash. She's going to try and get to Lee Sin, but thanks to the amazing ultimate coming down from Maokai, there is no chance. And Viger again going for a roam. That's 2 successful roams coming down from a Viger, giving him like what, 10 bonus ability power at this point of the game? So overall, it's pretty worth it. Talon going in sneakily though. He thinks he's a Rengar. How cute. It did work though, so great gank coming down there by the Talon. It was very fast. Didn't even have boots there, it's all in the ult. So then, Viger with a 32 minion deficit. He is going to try and catch it up though, but his turret is already very low. Maokai trying to make his presence known in the middle lane. Cassiopeia needs to be a little bit more careful. However, she still has her ultimate. Then again, Primordial Burst from Viger is also almost off cooldown, so in a way she'll need to be careful as well, because as you all know, Viger is an ability power killer. The more ability power you have, the more damage he'll do with his ultimate, of course. But your turret is getting fairly low there, buddy, so you need to be relatively careful. Cassiopeia can 0-2 well, she can nuke you down fairly easily. Will she use her ultimate? Well, she did, but it didn't really work out all that much. Using her barrier there, barely blocking any damage, and the damage overall wasn't enough on Viger as well. So, yeah, too bad. Nice gank coming down from Maokai. Her ult didn't really stun Viger there. He did a very great move though. He turned his back to Cassiopeia, meaning he wouldn't have gotten stunned in the process. Oh, and he has a stun ready though as well. The Black Shield of Morgana will make it so that she can't do it directly though. The Black Shield now is gone. Tibbers landing. Exhaust going down onto Annie though. Everyone getting hit by the True Shot barrage. Annie is able to escape. A heal coming down from Tristana. She does have a rocket jump ready to go, as she tried to bait in the Ezreal for Talon, but he wasn't buying it. Great plays by, well, both of the AD carries then, I suppose. It's not over yet though, as Talon is now making his presence known. And Viger is apparently missing, but we know better, don't we? Viger is hiding in the bushes, like a true villain does. Regardless, I do believe that blue team will back off. It is safer, and well, Viger, for the first time, is wasting time. Or is he? Well, that's a very good call there, predicting that of course the enemies were forced to back off. Red team will take themselves a dragon. So the small lead that blue team was able, well, not lead, they were catching up. But now they're not, so they're 1,000 gold behind. Overall not all that bad, as they could turn it around onto Cassiopeia though. She does not have the Petrifying Gaze, but instead Maokai is backing off. Well, if Riven is able to destroy this turret, then all in all she might be able to pull it, well, the gold lead closer to red team's gold lead. What am I saying? Words! I am saying words that I'm positive of. Morgana hiding in the bushes. If only they'd know. Well, they do know now, so she's forced away. What a ward can't do. Well then. Which tower is going to fall first? Because I do feel like blue team is playing the, well, objective. I wouldn't really say they're playing the objectives better, but they are pushing very hard, destroying all the turrets in the process. And to be fair, in this game, you need to destroy the turrets in order to win. Talon, however, going in for a quick gank, going to get the cutthroat onto the Lee Sin. There's no escape there. Forced to use his flash though. Maokai going in hard. Will it be hard enough? Flash is in, wants to go for the Riven. She shields herself. The turret will do the rest. Flashes away from the Arcane Smash. And that was glorious. A very great, well, overall effort there by blue team, preventing both of them from dying. Maokai wanted to pop them both with his Maelstrom, but in the end, no one got hit by it. Well, they did. Talon was. Riven was able to, well, absorb it mostly with his shield and then flash away before the smash was able to land. So a great play. Very great play. I enjoyed this game. It's 6-6. Pretty equal. Blue team with a small lead because they have a turret advantage. They have destroyed more towers than red team because red team hasn't destroyed a single one. All in all, it's only 30 minutes into the game and it's everyone's game, and that I love the most. I even like both teams' team composition. They're quite equal. Petrifying Gaze landing there. Cassiopeia walking into the stun just for laughs, I suppose. She is not going to survive the ignite damage. More the primordial burst damage, of course. And that was again another successful gank by Maokai. He has 3 assists and 1 kill, so yeah, participation wise he is doing a little bit better than Talon, but overall it's pretty equal. It's mostly Cassiopeia getting caught though. Then again, an event horizon is a cage, you cannot escape that easily. And it can come from quite a far distance, so there's not really all that much escapability for Cassiopeia to begin with. Then again, she could have waited to use a Petrifying Gaze until the Maokai was there as well. Meaning that they both would have been stunned, maybe. Maybe there wasn't anything to do about it. Who knows? Wards are the answer, of course, but then again, if there's a Twisted Adventures coming at you at speed Mach 7, then surely there's nothing you can do about it. Oh well. Farm-wise, Ezreal has a small lead over Tristana. Well, it's easy to farm as an Ezreal, of course, you can use Mystic Shots, and it's only a small lead. Tristana has 2 kills advantage, so she is sitting on more gold. She's not going for an early game build though. Ezreal is going to rush himself a Trinity Force. Well then, All the outer turrets except for one has been destroyed, and bottom lane is starting to push. Tibbers coming through. Morgana, there you go. Bye-bye. Well, they knew Ezreal was gone, and they forced Morgana's hand because of it. Morgana being a little bit too cheeky there. She did that twice already in this game. She's trying to stay within experience range, but the experience range has been increased in 4.11, so you don't need to be that close to your minions to get the experience. And well, you don't get any experience when you're dead, so do be careful. Don't get cocky. The enemy know when there isn't an AD carry or a support assisting their AD carry's support. So that's the final outer turret being destroyed by blue team there, giving them a 2000 gold lead. Maokai going to go to the bottom with the Viger, so they need to be very careful. Of course, boots of mobility not being popped now. Well, they are being popped, so they're not working anymore for Maokai. Oh, of course, the minions were attacking him. A pity. He needed the extra movement speed to get relatively close to the Tristana, and it didn't work out. So, again, Viger with a failed gank. I don't know whether or not it's good or not. We'll see. For now, he has a lead, of course, over Cassiopeia, thanks to the ganks of Maokai. We can actually see the gold lead. So, yeah, he has a 300 gold lead onto Cassiopeia. Oh my, Lee Sin going hard though. Will it be hard enough? The silence is real! And a shield just to block up the final damage from the ignite, but it wasn't enough. So a red buff for Riven. Lovely. Lee Sin, he was doing great early on in the game with his first blood, of course, but because he's being extra cheeky, he gets baited into plenty of situations he does not want to be in. And it shows, as my dynamic camera goes crazy, so I'll take the reins. 30 minutes remaining for Baron as my frames drop like crazy, and I don't even know why. Red team is in position though. They want to scare away the Tristana first in order for them to be no competition to get this dragon. But yeah, it's not really working. So white first, do not use your smite, buddy. I know you want to, because that white is quite a tough one and takes quite some time to take down. But you can't, you need your smite. Talon is already moving into position. I'm not too sure. Well, they do have the timer on it, I believe. They have a ward placed at the perfect position. So Talon is moving in position. They know Maokai is there. Well, they do now. And yeah, this should actually make for a great team fight, if any. There's an any, that's why I smiled. I'm stupid like that, I suppose. There's no ward there. Oh, damn it, there is. Didn't see it behind the trees actually, so quite a nice position. Too bad. Well, not even a fight really. Dragon getting taken down fairly quickly. Of course it is a Cassiopeia doing this, but the fight is about to happen. One dark binding is all you need. Jump away whilst being stunned, because that's what Tristanas do best. It's very annoying when Tristana does this. Everyone complains, I stunned her and she still managed to jump away. It's the power of a jump, I suppose. You can interrupt jumps as well, so those aren't nice. Ooh, Talon was almost in range for the cutthroat there. Could have been lethal. But, red team retaliating, they did not get dragon. Well, we'll take our first tower in the game. Congratulations, red team, it's your first tower in the game. Keep on pressing on. How many Qs does Viger have? Well, I don't know how many Qs he got, but he's on 72 bonus ability power. That's a lot. That's an item. Like a main item. Now, Lee Sin wants to go in hard on the Riven once more. She does have a red buff, so it isn't all that viable to go in hard onto her, but the damage is real. Riven is forced to run away, or is she? She has a shield now. Maokai is coming too, and Morgana as well, so really, there's no escape. There's a ward, a twisted advance, and a dark binding just in case, but it will be Lee Sin with a kill, and another tower, perhaps, for red team. Not if any could help it. Blue buff will be transferred over to... Oh, Talon took that, didn't he? Yeah, I saw that. He accidentally auto-attacked, I think. Could have been he took it for himself because he realized or thought that the Viger would just instantly burst down the Cassiopeia. And then, of course, she would be giving a free blue buff to Viger. You don't want that. Annie is going to face check something. She doesn't want to face check though. Gets kicked in the face. The power is real. Tristana gets exhausted. Soul Shackles being used to make it so that she can't go away, but she can! During the twisted advance, even an amazing play, but she gets dark bind in once more, and that will be the end of that for the poor Tristana, who was almost able to turn it around. Cassiopeia using her ultimate on Viger, as he did the same for her. That black shield won't save you against a Talon there, girl. Talon still has his ultimate. He knows how to use it, but against the Lee Sin, he is in full vision. Riven, however, with the Wind Slash for the final shot down onto Lee Sin. So great play. She has a red buff again. Whoopee! That was a long fight. Riven started the fight, and she ended it. The more you know. Viger wants to go for a quick kill, flashes forward, gets stunned in the process underneath the turret though, but the tower is not attacking him. However, a disintegrate is all you need to get the shutdown money from a Viger. Too bad Cassiopeia did not get an assist out of it. But hey, it's Annie, she can make use of the money. Because as you can see, her Qs already did quite a bit of damage for a support player. And that's because she went for a Morellonomicon. And Riven does not care for your trivialities. Goodbye, Morgana. You're not an ability power champion like my Annie, apparently. Morgana going for more of a supporty build. She is rushing for a Mikhail, which takes some time nowadays because of course it costs a lot more. I think it's since patch 4.10 that they increased the money on that one, though I'm not certain. Well then, we're 11 and 11. The gold is almost at even, minus 1,000. So all in all, it's pretty great. It's still everyone's game. And if red team takes one more tower down, they're equal, so... In a way, you could say it's red team that's in the lead and not blue team, but that would be silly. It's no one's lead, it's still everyone's game. Pings are going down crazy. There's a pink ward over there, but they're protecting it quite nicely. Yeah, I'm wondering. No one wants to get caught here, but blue team is not yet in position. However, Riven is now there in the wings. So she could do something about it. Red team is scattering though, so yeah, I'm not too certain what they want to do. They think they're being sneaky, but they're not really all that sneaky. Talon of course thinks he's sneaky, but he's standing on a ward. Then again, what is red team hoping for? A dark binding from Morgana, maybe a max range event horizon from the Viger? All might work. Lee Sin, however, is pushing on top and is going to get a free tower out of it, so great pressuring by red team, one might say. It made it so that a turret is destroyed, equalizing the gold. Pretty much, so it's everyone's game now. Red team going for a small invade, but they are standing on a ward. Pink ward being used in that position. It's going to die off quite instantly there. I actually lately have placed a pink ward here being blue team, and it stayed there for quite a long time, but it wasn't all that useful. However, placing a pink ward over here is very useful, because it has the same effect actually as placing it here, because you can see them coming, the enemy junglers, if they are trying to go in from the rear, from the tri-bush. Of course you don't have any vision here though, but you can fix it by just regular wards. Still, red team trying to get their picks off, and it didn't work, so it has been a very quiet 2 minutes. Not much happening, both teams just trying to get someone out of position. But yeah, it's not working. Well, the Sin is out of position, he could get stunned immediately, will get knocked up in the air by the Riven as well. Broken wings it through, Flash being forced there, Maokai going in hard though. Oh my god, Viger with a quick kill onto the Tristana, but he gets a Tibbers onto his face. Gets killed in the process too by the bear. And that will be the final fight for that when Maokai will fall to the Riven. So yeah, I was lying. Pings are going down for Baron, but the entirety of blue team is too low. There's still a, well, Azrael who could just use mystic shots from over the wall of Baron and make their days worse. Then again, Dragon has spawned, which I believe is to be a better call. Morgana is there just to make sure how everything is going down, but the Dark Binding did not even land. So all in all, I do believe this should be a dragon for blue team. Actually, yeah. No! According to Morgana, it will be death for blue team. Stuns everyone into the pit. Riven comes to say hi. Morgana will die in the process. Ward being placed down by Azrael. He has a double buff now, so he could kite him for quite a good time, making sure they're not trying to gank him. They won't. But that will be the end of that, so Morgana getting a kill onto Annie. Used her flash for it and her ultimate. Annie dying in the process, but it could have been even worse. Oh my, Talon getting hit there. Oh, that was a great Tempest. It's probably a max level Tempest as well. And red team thinking, hey, you do Baron? You do Dragon, we do Baron. You are all forced to go back and we have your jungler. And Cassiopeia was doing blue, so she needs to go back still. This will be a free Baron. A very great strategical play by red team. Hop. So yeah, a 25-minute Baron Nashor and a surprise party too. Event Horizon barely missing there. It is a Riven, of course, she is very slippery. But look at that minion wave. This is an insane move there by purple team. Or red team. Well, I haven't changed the settings apparently, so it is purple team with a purple buff. So a quick turret as well as a Baron buff. Very great play. All the outer towers will probably fall with this Baron buff. And maybe an inhibitor tower. It all depends how the fighting goes, of course. Everyone recalling. Items are being bought. Lee Sin bought himself a pink ward. And Viger disconnected in the process, so hopefully he'll reconnect soon because he is in evil territory. Ah, there he is. And yeah, he's back. Thank God. So, what items will be bought? More ability power for Viger, of course. Oh my, a very big engage there going down by Viger, but an amazing Event Horizon will stop the Talon from using the final few auto attacks to get the kill onto him. So yeah, turn it around nicely he did. And what's in the chimney, Viger? What's in the chimney? Well, death, apparently. We're still 15 to 15. This is such an equal game, even though, as you can tell, it's going to be red team's game for the next few minutes. The Baron buff will be a factor to reckon with, as red team is going to start their push down the middle lane. Or are they? They could go to the bottom as well. Lee Sin has it under control though, so I do believe Lee Sin might actually split push, and then the rest of red team might force their way into the middle. It is going to be hard though. The wave clear of a Cassiopeia is at the levels of an Anivia, which is very good indeed. So they can turtle it out. Blue team has the power to turtle quite well. And Riven is at the same level as Lee Sin, so split pushing would only require Riven to go to the place where Lee Sin is split pushing. So all in all, as I said many times before, this is such an equal game on equal footing that it is all going to be pure skill that will decide this match. After the Baron buff has disappeared, of course. But now, of course, as I said, of course, it will be the Baron buff deciding most of this fight. Well, good damage all around by both Tristana and the red team. Pings are crazy though, as they do believe they found themselves a Viger, and he going hard with the Petrifying Gaze in the end by Cassiopeia to get the kill. However, the entirety of the blue team is now fairly low, taking a lot of damage in the process. Cassiopeia is still fairly healthy though, so she might be able to do something, but guess what? It is Lee Sin in the wings. Get the entirety of blue team. Flash away there. Oh my god! An amazing Dragon Rage by Lee Sin, giving him the double kill, using the safeguard for his shield. He will survive, walks away scot-free. Now Riven trying to do the same, gets a double kill in the process, will get Dark Binded in the face. The Sonic Wave will not land, and Cassiopeia now trying to land a single Q on a dodging Morgana. That finally succeeds, so yeah, the Twin Fang for the kill. Only Lee Sin, the sole survivor, but that was an amazing play coming from him, as Viger has respawned as well, so keep that in mind. But that Dragon Rage was so awesome. Kicking the Talon onto the Tristana, who flashed away, and then of course finishing him off with the Ignite. Mwah. Great game all around. 1,000 gold lead for blue team, and a Baron buff that is no more for red team, except for Lee Sin, who was able to get away out of all that. He was the one that dove deep, and in the end he was the one that survived. He is a Lee Sin, of course, not as slippery as a Riven. Well, in a way he kinda is, because of course the range of a safeguard is greater than any of the dashes a Riven has, but Riven can do them at a much better timing. There's a stun ready to go by Annie, but it wasn't enough! Dear god, that was a lot of damage. Well, it is Annie, of course. She went for an ability power build and not a supporty build, so her tankiness will not be there, well, for a long time. As for Morgana, she is going for the aura items, meaning that, well, or I should say support items, because she hasn't bought us an aura item yet. I do believe her next item will be more item though, as my god, goodbye Tristana, goodbye Cassiopeia, and goodbye Inhibitor Tower. That was an amazing Event Horizon coming down from Viger, immediately turning this fight into their favor, wiping out 2 of the main damage dealers from blue team. Are they going to push through though? Lee Sin is split pushing on the bottom. They might just go for the final outer turret as they are peeling the onion. Nope, it was a trap. Haha, we are not going to assist our Lee Sin. Instead, we are going to take your Inhibitor Tower. Not really that there's anything blue team could do against it, of course, because, well, quite frankly, you do need the Cassiopeia's wave clear in order to prevent the minions from pushing onto your tower. But that's an inhibitor destroyed. And a gold lead now, finally, for red team again. 3000 gold. At 30 minutes is not all that much, but considering there's super minions coming down your base, you don't really want it. Dragon will be taken as well, and afterwards it's only 1 minute remaining for Baron. So either blue team will have perfect timing over the Baron buff and will move there, ward it like crazy, push their middle lane before, because else the super minions would be pushing down into their base. Well, someone wants to go in for Lee Sin, will succeed, silence coming down, Dragon waits for the safety, but guess what, you get into the clutches of a Cassiopeia, giving her a double buff, which works wonders on a Cassiopeia, so be careful for that, you Looney Tune. Blue team isn't actually pushing the middle lane all that hard, and there's still 30 seconds remaining for Baron, so they didn't get any vision down, which saddens me, and they won't be able to now, because red team is now back, and they have the better vision at the Baron pit, so it has to be Annie going down, walking into dangerous positions, and she has proven before that she will just get one shot immediately if she gets caught, so yeah, you'll need the entirety of your team to assist you there, and even then, you might get caught by an Event Horizon. I'm actually thinking, is Viger a physicist? Well, he likes black holes apparently, that's for certain. Oh my, Event Horizon landing on the Tristana, goodbye Tristana, Petrifying Gaze, not even able to stun a single person, but the whole Wind Slash coming down from Riven will do its job. Cassiopeia still alive, but Ezreal is at a very great range, gets Stimmers though, oh my god, this is going to be another turnaround, isn't it? Maokai cannot get any closer to Cassiopeia. The dodge from Cassiopeia from the Sonic Wave, but Lee Sin wants to get them all. He was gonna get them all! It's Riven versus Lee Sin as Riven jumps the wall, but a Sonic Wave will land, so Riven won't be able to escape. He has a red buff as well. Dark Binding will land after a flash in from Morgana, and that will be the ace! And it's only Lee Sin that did it! Amazing, amazing play there by Lee Sin. The entire, well, of course, the fight wasn't going all that bad for red team, but it was looking very grim indeed. First of all, they got Tristana, great. But after that, Annie was able to do pretty much the same thing to Ezreal, as Cassiopeia survived barely, but she kept surviving. Of course, she doesn't have Spell Vamp like they used to, but that's also not all that important, as you really want to do the damage and the kiting with a Cassiopeia. And she succeeded in that. Even dodged out of the Sonic Wave from Lee Sin, but yeah, he just ignited her. And that was more than enough. Thank god there was a ward there by red team, or else Cassiopeia might have been able to get away or done some amazing damage onto Lee Sin. Regardless, everyone was low from blue team, and Lee Sin was able to pick them off one by one. So great play there. Win for red team, as they are now getting a bigger and bigger lead. And well, the one ward Annie was able to place at the Baron is now destroyed, and it wasn't even all that close to the Baron, to be honest. Yeah, warding issues by blue team. It might cost them the game. One might say it did. But those aren't believers. We could still believe blue team could do something about it, but the Baron is getting taken down fairly quickly. Morgana, the sole person that makes it so that blue team cannot get any closer. Few seconds remaining for this Baron, and it will get taken down right now. So free Baron there for blue team, well, for red team, but it's not really all that free, as Morgana is going to pay her life for it. But the entirety of blue team is already down, as Lee Sin is just wrecking house. Talon coming in though with an amazing ultimate, but it's too late, too little. It's the other way around, but it doesn't matter. Cassiopeia is on the run. She will survive, but she is the final defense, the final frontier. for her to prevent blue team from pushing down onto the Nexus. Still 20 seconds remaining for Annie. Is this going to be the final push for red team as Cassiopeia is able to get away? Lee Sin forced to back off, or will he? Walks onto a pool once more. Sonic Wave will land. He's going in. The barrier being used there by Cassiopeia. Great bait. But there's still a Guardian Angel left, so she would need to do the same thing one more time. And that will not happen unless she is able to dodge out of the Sonic Wave. It's all about dodging the Sonic Wave. The minions might actually do it for her though. Sonic Wave got dodged amazingly though. And the Q lands. The Q lands. She can use her Twin Fang onto him, but she is afraid to get any closer. There is no flash for Lee Sin though, but he can do the same thing once more. All he needs to do is land a single Sonic Wave. It gets dodged once more. Cassiopeia wants to go for the kill. Is unable to reach closer. Azrael missing his True Shot barrage. Lee Sin now going closer with the Tempest. The range on that Tempest, man. It's pretty huge. It's bigger than you would think it is. Regardless, maybe you could say Cassiopeia did great by wasting the time of Lee Sin, because red team was only able to destroy one Nexus turret, and I'm pretty sure if Lee Sin was there, they would have both at the very least gone down. One might say the Nexus would have gone down. Annie trying to go for a sneaky pick, walks out of the brush. Not sure if it was intentionally, but she is forced away nevertheless. Well, Riven was trying to split push, but realizes that red team is of course pushing down the bottom lane and that she is a force needed. Same could be said for Cassiopeia though, so there's still a 15-second window for red team, but they decide to go and buy items. As Morgana has finished her hourglass, so she's going to be very annoying in a team fight. You won't be able to stop her by killing her. You will actually need to either run away from her stun or, well, die. Annie on the other hand is trying to get the same item. Oh my, that's a very nice steal coming down from Riven there. She has the Banshee's Veil as well, so she is able to absorb the Sonic Wave coming down from Lee Sin. Did she use her ultimate for that? No, of course not. So then, blue team, turtle on, ye buggers. Turtle ye shall. Will it work? Lee Sin is the only one again with a Baron buff, so... Oh, and Azrael. How could I forget? Oh my, Talon wants to initiate here? That's going to be very dangerous for him. He is going to die in the process and only did about half HP coming down onto the Azrael. The Vigor is fairly low, but he still has his full combo, so it's not all that great for him. Cassiopeia has returned, is going to try and prevent the push from happening. Oh my god, the damage onto Tristana is amazing. Stun coming down from Annie with Tibbers, but she is going down immediately straight after. Flash coming through by Morgana using the Soul Cycles. Lee Sin in the end with the kill. An amazing ultimate coming down from the Cassiopeia though. But in the end, it will be of no avail as Tristana is the sole survivor. She wants to go hard. She gets the Vigor. She gets one. Will she get another? Wants to go for the Morgana, but she uses the Hourglass. And that's the final hour for blue team. So, that will be the end. GG to red team as Maokai flashes for a better position at the explosion. Look at him looking at it. So GG red team. It was a very close game, but in the end, it was the best team that won. Their tactics were better, their warding was better, and that is all you need, really. So guys, I do hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Whatever it is I'll do, whenever it is I'll do it, so thank you for watching, and goodbye.